Om. Namaste. Welcome everyone to Satsang this morning. Very happy to see you. Come. Okay.
You are my absence, and I am your presence, and where these two meet, a vanishing happen beyond form is revealed.
Mooji, I have been following Advaita for tens of years, and the following was purely mental. Even the words such as consciousness, awareness, and all of this, the mind has managed to conceptualize. And by conceptualizing, I'm out of it.
Yeah.
And then my guru passed away, and I had the fortune of seeing you on YouTube, and I met you a couple of times. But the mind is still very, very strong. I did understand from my meetings with you that the message is very simple and is very practical, to the contrary of what I've been used to for over 40 years. And the message is as simple as to get rid of what one thinks he is, and remain as what is, very simply. However, whenever Mooji explains something, I find that my muscles ache, my mind is agitated, and I try to say 1, 2, 3, drop, and I manage sometimes to drop, but even after dropping, when I get out of the satsang room, I don't remember anything.
You don't feel?
I don't remember anything.
You don't remember anything?
I don't remember.
This is okay.
The only thing is that time is passing, and I don't have too much time left. So I'm prostrating at your feet to help me get through.
Okay. Then today, you have, now. Today is now for me. Yeah. Maybe you imagine that the mind is a monkey. When you put him down, he comes back up or something. You throw him off, he comes back on your back or something. But this is just, it's not I say, you have to kill the mind, you have to throw it off. Yes, for some people, these images work well. Throw it off, okay, it's gone, finish. But for others, they don't even have the muscle to throw. So for them, I say, leave it alone. You always have an option, even if the option is to do nothing. It's a great option. Maybe there's something inside that's saying, this is something you have to do, and somewhere inside, you don't know how. How do you do? How do I get the mind away? It seems like it's always just here, or something like that. Then I say, leave him here, leave him there. There is a dimension, a space. Don't use your mind, image or imagination, which mind cannot go. Because mind came after. It was not, the mind has a beginning. As I said, the ways of the mind are ancient, but you are timeless. The ways of the mind are ancient, but you are timeless. There is a place it cannot go. There's a domain which is its kingdom, you may say, in the body-mind realm of identity. Whenever you believe, in fact it's a good thing that whenever your identity, your mind is going to bite you. Can you imagine if it didn't? Then you may believe the illusion and the delusion of identity. But because it doesn't work, at a certain point, the old concept of myself as a person doing my own thing, it doesn't work. It has to crash, has to collapse, begin to at least. And in that seeming collapsing, there's some pain because something is groping for something else. But perhaps this is what is needed to be free of it. If you had no moves, you run out of moves, you run out of ammunition, out of tools, nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Mm-hmm. Or the one who thinks it can do or not do has run out. Then even this sense of running out is observed or not. Don't say it is mental, come on. Don't say it is mental. If I give you a flower and put it in your hand, you cannot say, well, I see it intellectually. You don't do this. It's a habit to say, yes, I understand intellectually, and then you deny your seeing. It's not so complicated. The understanding is there, but something is working against it. A habit is working against it. It doesn't mean that your understanding is intellectual. It means there's an understanding here, but there's another force also that is counteracting that understanding, denying the understanding, saying that you're not going to get it, and so on. You see? And something is listening to this voice. There's a listening to this voice. Why it is listened to in one unit, and in another it's not listened to. Because there is a power, there is a sense of choice, and there's a time to choose something. Sometimes you say, yes, but I've done that already. Yes, I did do this, and no, do it again. Do it freshly. Now hear this question like it's the first time you're hearing it. Rather than saying, yes, I ask myself many times and I always come back. Don't fix yourself into a box. Some stories I've been sharing in satsang hundreds of times. I never get bored of telling them. Because they're fresh, they are truth, they say something of the truth. Who is bored? The mind, and the mind is not here in that way. Sometimes people say, I know what you're going to say. I say, really? I don't know what I'm going to say. How you know what I'm going to say? Say in your own words what you want.
I want to live it.
You want to live it?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
I want to live the truth.
Yes. You cannot live it. You cannot live it. Nobody could live it. The Buddha could not live it. Christ could not live it. I won't explain what I mean. They cannot live it. Because to live it, you have to be so skilled at remembering every single day. You have to always be the self in every situation. It is not like that. This is my good news. Nobody can live it. Nobody's ever done it. You can only be it. You cannot live it. The mind says, how can I live it, And it has to engage in a mighty practice every day, because the minute it turns to the left, somehow, no, I've failed, I've got to get back. And this is a miserable idea. You'll wish I'd never touched spirituality because I'm bound now. And I am not here to bind you. So it's not that you have to live it, because then you will not be good enough. You will not be consistent enough. That was the whole point, to see that the one who says, I can live it, cannot. Then give him up. You see? And you find something is here that does not have to practice. There will be a practice. The practice will be this, that even though you've fired the mind, it will still keep showing up for work. And you will forget that you fired him. You understand? He comes back and didn't I fire you? Didn't I fire you? No. You were thinking about it, but you see, and so that tendency inside must be a bit, some vigilance must be there, a little bit, to keep fending off the temptation or the habit to doubt what you have seen. Because you have seen, and something raised a doubt, it wasn't quite complete. Oh yeah, maybe I have to deepen in my... You've been listening to this voice. The mind has been somehow in the role of one's guru, actually. You say, I don't believe in guru. Actually, your mind is your guru. It tells you many things, many, many lies, actually. And you prove it wrong. You you see, I got you. But still, you're holding its hand. So there is a relationship there that one needs to be aware of and just recognize, whoa, but you keep getting me in trouble. You keep, no.
I always think of realization as an event, and I know it is a mistake.
Yes.
But throughout my previous practice, one would understand, and then ultimately realization would dawn, and then one would know how to live it.
Not knowing how to live it, one would be it. It's important. It's not just semantics. It's not just words. You are not knowing how to live it. Maybe that's why we feel so much sadness, because nobody can live it. You can try, and for a while, the one who is trying is also an expression of consciousness, making progress in the realm of possibilities, and growing, becoming more refined, more sattvic, until gradually it's just thinning away, actually, merging into that. But it is a genuine path, so to speak, within the dream. Within the dream. There's the journey, because the perfect is always here. It is what we are. It's not a compliment I'm paying you to tell you you are that. It is a fact. When you discover the truth, it's not something you created. It didn't come in from Pingadose or whatever. It didn't come from some place. It's just revealed, like, whoa. But this has always been this. Just I've been paying attention to this so much, trying to live the life, but I've always been here. What is called awakening or realization is not that the self becomes something, but it is recognized, the recognition comes to the mind. I am that. There's a sense that one has to, like, do something or change or something. All these have their juice, their way. But I am slicing through that just to open the curtains on something, and then you find that what is behind the curtains is you. Not this way, but this way. Mind is trying to grasp something. I don't trust the mind in this respect. Not quite like that. It's trying to grasp something and then it turns it into knowledge. Then I got that. Okay, now what do I do with it? You see, this is a tedious game. I say but you are aware of it. Every single thing I say, you cannot refute. You are aware of it, even to speak of it, even to say, but I'm not able to do it. I said, who is not able to do what? Isn't that why you trust this voice? Isn't it's just a voice comes up like this? But it's so difficult for me. I've been trying, and some things it's so difficult for me. I've been trying. You're the awareness within which all these bubbles are coming. How many thoughts visit your kingdom every day? Maybe you cannot count. Now it says 9:20. 9:20 last night, what was your thought? 9:20 yesterday morning. 9:10 this morning, what was your thought? You can't hold. Where do you keep them? You cannot hold them. Just let it flow. Why be trying to count waves? Let them flow. There's something which is not flowing, which is becoming more self-aware, rather than energy going out to the moving things and being involved in the moving things. Just you're here, and everything is occurring, including this body, what this body wants, what it's doing with the mind and so on. All of this is in front of it. And all of this is on what I call on the screen of consciousness. And the screen of consciousness, this whole world is the screen of consciousness. It's a three-dimensional screen. And the seer is very present here. That watches and is watching without passionate interest. Casually, the world is perceived. As we speak, there is no distance or time separating what is being said from really understanding it. Because it is so simple. There's no conjuring up to do with what I'm saying to you. It's a direct communication from the essence of being itself.
I feel that, but somehow the mind has always disturbs.
Yes. The mind doesn't
It's
disturb. The mind does not disturb. It's you who feel disturbed. If you give the power to the mind to disturb, then you are doomed. The mind doesn't disturb. It invites disturbance. But it's you who become disturbed, or imagine you are. Because you put so much importance and value on your mind that, it should behave. And it likes that.
It tries to take me to doing.
Yes.
Immediately when I...
Do you know why? Please listen. Do you know why?
No.
Because you're up for business. Because you're up for the business of the mind.
Yes.
Why doesn't mind speak to me? Shop finish, shop close. Bankruptcy. But you're open for business. Mind says something, hello, hi, yes, yes. Yeah. And you're up, so you're in trade with your mind. So mind seems to say something, and you feel you have the sense that I don't know that. So, okay, yeah, maybe I should do this. And you're in this relationship with the aspect of mind which is here just to confuse you and to keep you believing that you are just this body and you are just flesh and blood, and you have to find a job, and your purpose here is to have some children, marry a good cook, and die, basically. Because our expectations of life are so small for me. It is the relationship. You give the mind its immense sense of importance, like that. We're always talking about our minds, like, you show me yours, I'll show you mine. We're always talking about the mind. It's the biggest topic in the universe. Everybody's talking about my mind is like this, and my family, my mind. It really is ridiculous, in fact. But at a certain point, it just thins away as you begin to discover the source itself of the mind. That's what is here. When everything is washed off, it's just here. And when everything was in front, it was still only just here. Just wherever the attention has gone, energy has gone to that. And that became somehow
Materialized.
it became what was important, what is important. The most tremendous movement of transcendence, you may say, is when your mind becomes insignificant. Still chat for a bit, but no business. Then shop has to close down. I said a couple of days ago, only if you make yourself into a thought, only then can thoughts trouble you. And the very idea we have that, this is me and I brought up here and I like this is all based on thought. And so the thoughts can interact with the thought. The thought about who I am, is suffering from other thoughts it has about itself. You are the consciousness. And I say that the consciousness, its nature is like a sort of emptiness. But if you use your mind, the emptiness I speak about will seem like a kind of desolate place where nothing happens. Why does Mooji want me to go to somewhere? Nothing is happening there. It's like the supreme boredom or something. And okay, maybe, of course, there's no sin, there's nothing, but who wants to be like that? And you go into another kind of loop with the mind about it. It's when you're still using your mind, for spirituality, so you're still thinking. Yes. But all of this is just images, movements in consciousness. Be the consciousness. What does consciousness look like? Can we take a photo of consciousness?
How does it look like?
At the moment, it looks like you sitting there asking the question, how does it look like? It has no shape, like water. Like I say, water has no shape. But if you put it in this glass, it takes the shape momentarily of the shape of that. If I put it in another shape, it will assume the shape of that. But naturally, it has no shape. Consciousness has no shape. But it will take whatever shape of the concepts that is your favorite at the moment. It will assume this shape. And still, it is not totally that. Somehow that is watched.
I don't feel that I have finished it now.
I know you have not. But when you say, I don't feel I, when you say I in this context, who are you? What is the substance of this I?
Yes, I see that it is.
You speak in this one? Huh?
I see that it is the assumed I, the one I.
But don't travel so fast over it. Otherwise, it just become words. For me, when you say that, there's a profundity in that. But at the moment, it's just words.
Yes.
So you have to stop and catch up with your words somehow and really listen to what you're saying. Because very few are doing this. We are speaking words because they passed down from family. Second-hand concepts, you are speaking like that. But it has no power. You say, I see that it is just like maybe the mind is speaking. You know what you're saying. It's not me. Or do you know the difference when I say mind and when I refer to yourself? Is there a difference or not?
There is a difference.
What is the difference?
The difference is that the mind is second hand.
Say something more. Use your own words.
The mind seems to conceptualize.
Yeah.
And once
First, mind is not a thing. Mind is not a thing that conceptualizes. Can anybody show mind? Brain is something. Brain is something. That kind of walnut in your head or something. That is say, oh, yes, it's a brain. That is something. Can you show mind like that? Mind is totally imagined. It's just thoughts. Can we show mind? The mind is thinking. So the mind is something thinking. But mind itself is a thought. They said mind is conceptualizing. Concepts are coming up like this. And something is binding them together to make a kind of something solid out of it.
So the attitude should be that I just sit quiet and watch.
As what are you watching? What is the status of the watcher? Are we getting this or not? For a long time you've been looking only at the thing that's appearing and thinking that the thing is appearing is the thing that is. But it's taking its reality from who you are. If you are a person, then these become objects that the person can possess or lose or something. If you are consciousness, it has a different vibration altogether. You're merely observing. And in that observing, there's a natural sense that these things come and go, of course. You cannot sustain unbroken contact with anything just consistently like this. By the force of nature, it's changing. So the things coming and going. But memory make them appear as though they are continuous, but they come and go. And there's witnessing of this coming and go. You cannot keep up with the number of things that's popping up. So sometimes something just chills and say, let them run. And then somehow a sort of peace is present where you are. You say the mind is conceptualizing. Okay, let's take it like that. Mind is conceptualizing. Why so important for you?
It's the only level I know. I go there by
if you pay
by
attention,
force of habit.
It will proliferate and make legions of demons. If you pay attention to mind, it grows right in front of you. One thought touches another, and a sentence is made, and the paragraph, and the book, and the whole library will happen in front of you. Not that you should be afraid. All this only happens because you forget yourself. Let's say like this. When you are the awareness, any number of movement can come, and you will not feel pulled about. You will not. Who can verify?
My mind always goes to what I should do. And
Again, you're keeping it up. What the mind is doing. Mind is going. You think it's going to suddenly behave? It's suddenly going to say, look, I've been on your back for over 40, 50 years now. I'm going to give you a break. You think it's going to do this? It's not mind is going to stop. It's you who are going to stop trading with the mind, actually. I don't say that you have to be so vicious or violent. I say just pay attention to that in which the mind is seen. What can be so easy? What stops you? Except maybe, I don't know. I don't want to speak for you. What stops you? So pay attention to that which sees the mind. What a gift! Can you imagine if you had to, climb the Himalayas 3 times or something, and to be breathing deeply for 10 days. I say, pay attention to that in which the mind is seen. And nobody's doing it. Who's doing it? I ask for confirmation, I see 2 or 3 hands go up. That's it. More coming.
Watch the play of the mind.
Don't watch it too close. There's a watching your nose that doesn't have to touch the screen. There's a kind of casual, passive watching. This is how we are naturally in the day. You're doing it all the time. You're walking through thousands of potentials for engaging in. There's thousands of opportunities to do this. And you don't. Why? Because it has no interest for you, no meaning. And if something has no meaning for you, you don't have to transcend it. Then you must look at the things which are engaging your attention. Where does your mind go? Then you look at that, and then somehow if it says it goes to concern for my family, then put your attention and look at it, at least look at that, because tremendous energy is going there. You see? Then you look and watch that and say, what is the concern here? And if you're quiet, you begin to see, I have a fear that something may happen to my children. You start to watch. You write them down. Because here is where attention is going, and it's breeding, fermenting something. This is a fear. So whatever you do, this fear is in the background somehow. So let's take a good look at it. What is the message and the content of the fear? Look at it. And you say, yes, I just feel like somehow, every time I give attention to myself, I feel my family feel I'm drifting further away, and I want to. Then look at it. No. And then when you've really grasped what is the story around this, then find out who is really affected by it, to whom is it happening, and be fresh with your question. See if you can identify the place, the one who is affected. And don't invent, just look and experience what comes when this question is asked. Experience it. See if you can find the one. And you will come to see that you've been living with an idea of who you are, an assumption, an assumed identity. And it has been siphoning off so much energy from you. In that moment of seeing, a deeper breath can be enjoyed. Maybe you can just exhale away these things. Then you may look, because it's not so many. If they come like that, stop running, don't go under the bed, look out at the world from under the bed. Say, okay, let me see. There's a very strong identification coming up with the feeling that if I continue with this, because I am somehow looking into this sense of self, and I find that I'm forgetting things. And that's a bit worrying, because I'm forgetting my date of birth. I'm forgetting my keys and stuff. I went home barefoot the other day. I don't know. These are all things that's happened, by the way. Yeah? In the center of London, somebody's getting on a bus barefoot, which, she says, oh my God, I came back, I left my shoes. Okay, so these can be, I understand they can be worrying, because you say, my God, if it goes on like this. So I said, okay, let's take a look and we can talk about it. And then you see that what's happening is that with your deeper seeing, there's a kind of changing over of power from person to presence. And then things seems a bit jumbled up for a bit, and state of feeling a bit confused. Your fixed boundaries seem not fixed at the moment, and worry comes. But there's a grander seeing that, you know what, it's going to be like that. my being is detoxing. So some strange things are going to, so it's okay. Your mind, it's okay. And something relaxes and continue just wringing out those ideas of self. Don't just sit there paying attention to your mind and what it wants to show you, you know. Look, look, look. So a firmer resolve inside that, you know, this has to finish today. No more of this. And it's not that I'm going to get into some big fight, but a clearer understanding because something is being overlooked somehow. And look.
I will.
But you know, the purity of the self is here now. Seemingly awaiting recognition. Don't think, oh yes, well, I'll look for the moment and that's another big step later on. I'm trying to show you everything you say and think in your mind. You are before that. Earlier than that. Already. You are the self. But maybe we think it's like when you go to study how to be a mechanic, you have to study, and then you will know. But you're that which is watching the idea of yourself study to be yourself. Do you get it or not? I want to know if you get it or not. Yeah. And do you get it for 5 minutes only or what? Then if it's for 5 minutes, then you have to sit and really look at this. Because sometimes when you come into real seeing, something goes blurred. Or you seem to forget what you saw. What's that? So again and again, just confirm. Until your whole being unites in that understanding. Try and come to the place I'm talking. Everything we speak about, everything you have experienced, everything you've known in your life, everything you've done, every memory, everything is there by itself. Leave it alone for a minute. There is awareness of it. If you are not awareness, nothing else is. Because everything is appearing in the light of consciousness awareness itself. When you say I, it's indicative that awareness is already prior to everything else. Show me where you are stuck.
Maybe when I don't start by seeing awareness or consciousness. So
how will you see it? If I tell you, all you see is not it.
By relaxing into it.
Okay.
Not quite.
But if by relaxing into it is not a bad thing, but even it is there before whatever will relaxes into it. Because then you put a condition. When I relax into it, but relax or no relax, it is here. You are already the awareness. Please. Maybe something says it cannot be that. It cannot be what you're talking about. But yeah, it is. It is. It doesn't have to do anything about itself. The fact that you're alive is my proof you are that. Just so many other things you have claimed as you and yours that are not originally with you. Therefore, you're prior to all of these things. You're the primary, they are secondary.
But I'm using my mind to realize that I'm primary and that all of these have existed afterwards.
Let's say you're using your mind, which you don't know actually. That's what's quite happening. You know, you only say you're using your mind if you have to really try. Then you think, oh yes, mind, I have to effort and make you and really try and see this. But even the attempt to try and see this is naturally known in you. Because if I say that's what you have to do, then it's a condition you're going to have to fulfill again and again and again, and you'll forget, and then you remember, and so on. But the pristine awareness does not have to remember. It simply is. And when I say it, I'm not talking about something other than you, somewhere else. It's you. You. One day, one moment, you're going to have to admit, okay, you got me, yes, I admit, it's been me all along.
Maybe this is why they call it realization.
It doesn't know itself as realization. It doesn't care about realization. Realization is a concept for the mind. The mind is realizing, oh, I am that, which it is in fact. I say when you are curious, you learn. When you are desperate, you discover. Sometimes your approach have merely the tonality of a kind of curiosity. Just, okay, so that's what. Okay, that's, no. It's like, I so have to get this that nothing else can be in my way. Not even myself. How long will you say that for? You identify too strongly with your mind. This is a simple thing. You identify too strongly with the mind.
What to do about it?
First, recognize that might be true, what I'm saying.
I know.
Yeah,
I know it's true.
Yeah. So then stop. Turn inwards to that which is not the mind. The mind is always jumping about with something, and your eyes are going jumping about. But what I'm pointing to is so sublime that even if you, the identity, is saying, yes, when my mind is jumping, I am jumping, I can show you where both the jumping mind and the one watching the jumping are both images on the screen of your own self. Is that too much to ask? What are you not hearing in what I'm saying?
It's not that I'm not hearing.
What are you not seeing?
Maybe I'm not believing it's so simple.
Well, try and believe it's so simple. Even the disbelieving mind cannot stop you, because you watch the disbelieving mind already. And it says, but it cannot be so simple. Well, if it might be 1/1,000,000th of a chance to be so simple, would you not at least try?
I would love it.
Then do. All this you're showing is the suffering due to your relationship with the mind in its present flow. It makes you tired. You're exhausted. You see. But you won't let go of it completely. What is it giving you that you're afraid so much to lose?
It's giving me misery.
Yes.
But somehow maybe I'm enjoying the misery.
I've heard it said that on some level, misery can make you feel alive. At least better than boredom. Isn't it? Sometimes we tolerate tremendous pain because at least it shows me I'm alive. Well, that is very sad.
But already I feel lighter.
Yes.
I'm not bringing, I'm getting rid slowly.
Why slowly?
Because I don't see it clearly 100%.
What do you see 100%?
That I am.
That you are?
I am.
Okay. If you see 100% you are, then leave everything which is not 100% and just be I am. Zip yourself inside I am. For one day. Today I'll check with you tomorrow again. Yes, do it. Zip yourself in I am only. So this is the only thing I'm sure about 100%. The rest I'm not so, I'm not supposed to touch any of that. And you can breathe, by the way. Leave some air for some air. Is it so difficult, these things? Zip yourself inside the sleeping bag of your own being and marinate in I am. Anything come to play with you? Not today. Leave everything. You're on retreat also, it makes it super easy. You can eat, you eat, doesn't take you out of the bag. You eat in the I am, sleep in the I am, sit in the I am, drink in the I am, everything in the I am. Because that's the only thing you know. The rest you don't really know, leave it. I feel happy, more space to say this to you. Will you accept?
Yes.
Good, good, good. I will check in again with you tonight. Yes, I'll call you in again, so at least you don't have such a long time to wait. Stay in the I am. You don't have to go and hide anywhere, just stay in the I am. Good. Thank you. So will you come now and then just share with me what you, yeah. So.
What happened is that my breathing slowed
Your breathing slowed down.
down,
Gotcha.
and I felt peace.
You felt peace. Huh?
I felt peace.
Yes.
That is nothing more than just peace.
Yes.
But I couldn't discern anything.
Yes. What do you mean?
It
Discernment.
the mind quietened down completely,
Yes. Yes.
and I felt that my breathing was much deeper than before,
Yes.
and peace.
Yes. And now, how is it? Same?
Yes, to a large extent, yes. But there was.
You remember what was my question to you? What did I ask you to do? Just remind me. What did I ask you to do?
Well, you asked me to get into my sleeping bag and zip it up.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. But why? And do what?
I just. Yes, I remember now.
Yeah.
And stay in the I am.
Very good. Stay in the I am. Meaning don't divide, don't go
No.
to some other thing
No.
that comes up or anything. Just only stay as that.
I was repeating it
Yeah.
like a mantra.
You don't need to repeat it like a mantra.
Ah,
Yeah, you don't need to repeat it like mantra because that sometimes can become become mental also. If you're saying I am rocking, I am. See, I am. You get. It's also good. I am. But I don't ask you to do that.
no,
I say simply stay. As the I am, even without the words I am.
well, actually, what happened is that in the beginning, I was actually doing it almost mechanically,
Yes.
and then it slowed down.
Yes. Yes.
It slowed down,
Yeah.
and I was conscious of my deep breathing and deep peace.
Yes. Yes. That's the effect. That is the effect of that single self-focusing, you see. And then, of course, the breathing slows down. Peace is there. Now, what is watching the peace even? And notice that the breath is slowed down. That is observable, no? You see? So that is a result of something focusing on the sense I am. But the sense I am is what now?
It's being.
So I is being.
Yes.
I is being. Okay. There's an awareness even of the sense of being. You know now. When first there was maybe some turbulence and the attention is fluctuating, then something says, okay, stay only in the place of the I am. Then attention start to stay in the place of the I am, and then this start to slow down as the attention stays in the I am. And then attention is not monitoring this movement so much anymore. So it's losing oxygen somehow. And the attention is not serving it. Because if the attention is watching it, somehow the very attention to it is supplying energy to it. If you want to see something, you will see it into existence. But now you're holding only to the sense I am and the fluctuating tendencies of the attention. Who is watching it? The attention is now watching the I am. As I said, the actors won't go on the stage until the audience is seating. If there's no one to witness the agitated mind, what will happen to agitated mind? If there's no one to pay attention to agitated mind, where is agitated mind? Who will be agitated? So now the attention says, no, I don't want to look at that anymore. I look now just to the sense I am. And as it's turned towards the sense I am, it is merging with the I am itself. So where's the agitated mind?
No
Who
more.
will know of agitated mind? So therefore you say the breathing slowed down also. When the attention is merged in the heart, it has even physiological effects. Heartbeat will begin to slow down also. You can do this also. But I don't say about this because it's not my aim. But also this will naturally slow heartbeat. It's not your aim, but naturally it will slow down. When the heartbeat is slowing down also, the attention becomes much more quiet. And images, sensations, thoughts will not feel so near. They're driven away. And the more space is present. When there's space, there's a sense of expansiveness. Where there's expansiveness, a full breath can happen. A sense of peace is there. Where there's peace, naturally joy is there. Where there's joy, naturally love will be arising there. You see also, all together. What are you doing? Nothing at all. Staying only as the I am. You see. Then somehow, what happened? I am is just marinating in I am now. It's not going to the senses, not going anywhere.
Yes, there is knowledge also.
There is?
Knowledge also.
Knowledge is coming. What you call knowledge now?
What I call knowledge is that I'm aware of this state.
Yes.
I can see it.
Yes. Not more than that.
No.
No. More than that becomes information. Information you don't want. This you can call knowledge, good enough. Knowledge and being are synonymous. They're the same thing. To know yourself is to be yourself. It's the same thing. Otherwise, it's just an idea, only a concept. I know what I am the absolute, it means nothing.
No.
Please shut up. Don't say anything. But to know and the being is one, then you can say, yes, this is self-knowledge. Self-knowledge is not going to write a book about self-knowledge. Because it will be like writing a whole book about silence. So you don't feel inclined to write, just there's only the peace, isn't it? This is what you have found so far. Very good. Stay only with this, the faithfulness to the I am itself. Just stay like this. Somehow you'll find that initially all the focus is on I am. And it may feel that if I go to take something, it somehow takes me out of I am. That's an idea. But as you make it more a natural state coming, you find that activities can carry on. They don't interfere with that, the vibration of I am. Because I am is not a thing. It's almost like a field of being. So drinking water, answering the phone, I speak about this fever state, not a literal fever, but as a metaphor I say, this pervading space of I am, that the vibration feels more than to the tip of your fingers, it's beyond. It's just, you don't know it's where it stops or where it starts. It's just, you're in a field. You are the field, this energy field, this beautiful vibration, the sense of presence, you see. It is not limited by the contours of the body. It is just a sense of a feel like this. And then somehow there's a love. Maybe fascination is too strong a word, but we could say it has a fascination for itself. It is just somehow being with itself. And just in that, this movement, everything is felt. There's a sensitivity there, a joy, you see. This joy is so all-pervading, it will not feel as though you have to go somewhere else for joy, or to do something for joy, or something to be happy. You are happiness itself. You're happiness itself, you see. There is still a subtle sense of individuality is there. This is fine, don't worry. No harm. This is self-love, the love to be. But gradually this love to be is also seeming to be also a phenomenon also. When that is happening, the awareness of the I Am itself is nameless. It's all here. The body is here. The body doesn't have to go anywhere. The body is not the problem at all. Body is the useful instrument of this consciousness and vital force. Senses don't have to be controlled. Food does not have to be controlled. Breath does not have to be controlled. There's a harmony that is holding itself. Nobody is holding it. There's nobody there. Somebody is not part of the deal. There's just that alive, intuitive knowingness, the pulse and the heart of the universe itself. These are just my words. They don't have to be there. You are this. Something has to leave the things alone for a moment. But don't spend too much time parting things. Don't be parting anything. Just enough to pull yourself in and hold your attention inside that presence. Let the attention and the presence be there. That's all. Can something be more simple advice to give? The sense of presence, you know. Nobody gave it to you. Your parents did not give it to you. It arose spontaneously, automatically in the body, in the life, as life. Attention, one of your great powers. Go out through the senses, scanning, shopping through the senses, making contact, and then somehow something is writing down this contact and opening an account with the world somehow, registering, save, keeping it. But this is not original to you. So therefore I say, let the attention now serve the being by simply just staying just where the being is. Simple. Let attention stay with the being. Stay like this, and the sense of division or separateness will merge. There will be no sense of separateness. It will be meaningless for you. Also, I and being, also they will merge. There will not be I and being and separateness. These are merging. They are one. There's a harmony. This is a simple pointing for you. But forces are also present, wishing or pulling your attention to go back to contact objects, to contact projections, to play, to scatter yourself, you see, to cling to the transient as though this is life. Let the transient be. It is not offensive to the beingness, what is transient, what is momentary. But imagining these momentary things to be vital for your own existence, this is a delusion. So I am not telling you, cut your delusions, maybe you cannot able to do it. I say pay attention only to the self. The feeling I am is there. Let the attention stay with the I am. In the beginning you can do this for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. You will feel a lot of disturbance in the beginning. But each time, come back again, just to that undivided space. Some things will try to pull you up. And in the beginning, you may feel, it's impossible. But don't give up. Stay. again come. Then it pulls you into all this kind of stuff. And then again here. And we get you up again, you're out. And pull back here. And something twitching, pull back here. Pull back. Like this you stay. taming this wild horse of a mind. Mind rebels, but deep down, mind appreciates. Because it wants to be home. But initially it resists and fights and rebels. You are the master of the mind. Don't let mind be your master. So continue with this exercise, you see. Stay with it. Don't even call it exercise, don't call it meditate, don't call it anything. Just you stay with this. Hey, listen.